Well, hello, Young and the Restless Daily Recap fans. Today's daily recap is for Wednesday. Wednesday, January 4th, 2023. Wednesday, January 4th, 2023. Today's episode, to me, it was just okay. It was interesting. Yeah, things kind of moved a bit. Today's the day that Tucker's going to visit Dominic. And so Abby brings him over. He's in a cute little hat. And it was so cute. Devon says, look, I want a hat like this. She's like, really? He goes, yeah, same size too. It was funny. But, she just looked so happy with her little family, Devon and Dominic. And the door was left wide open. And I'm thinking, why are they leaving the door open? My thing is, or my thought was, I thought Nate was going to happen to be going to his door and look in and see them looking like the happy family together. That's what I thought was going to happen. But then you heard this, well, now this is a beautiful sight. And it was Tucker at the open door, right? So they're, looking happily at him as he said that. So then they have the scene where Tucker is holding Dominic, but you could tell today was not the day for the little actor that plays Dominic. You could tell he had been crying. He's not happy today. So they talked for a bit. They did the scene, but then Devon ended up coming and said, "Come here, let me see if I can settle this guy down." So Tucker's talking to Abby, so he's bouncing him around, but I guess he realized he just wasn't having it. He goes, "You know what? He's tired. I'm going to go put him to bed." He goes, "Excuse me, you guys." So Devon walks out, and I'm thinking, yeah, you gave that boy to his mama, but he wasn't like crying that they caught it on camera, but it probably took a while to get the scenes where he wasn't crying, because you could clearly tell this was not his day. It just wasn't. Could have been cutting a little tooth. Come on now, the molar coming in, something. It wasn't his day. So while Devon took him upstairs, Abby is just being Abby, grilling Tucker. And Tucker is just like, he's looking at Abby like, girl, I went through an acquisition with your grandfather, and it didn't fluster me. Your mother let me have it when I first got back, didn't fluster me. So you definitely are not a match for me. He calmly addressed all her concerns. And she goes, "I just don't trust you." He goes, "Oh, and you shouldn't." She didn't know what to say with that. He goes, "Oh, and you shouldn't." And she looked at him. He goes, "Trust has to be earned. I have to earn your trust." And I thought, oh, okay. Good save. Because you you up to no good, Tucker. You know it. Now, like you said, I would never hurt Devon or Dominic. Never. And she goes, "Yeah, I'm going to be watching," right? And I'm thinking, but your stupid, dastardly plan would hurt Devon. It would hurt him. The whole Tucker storyline makes no sense. It does with his motives. No sense whatsoever. So anyway, Tucker leaves. And of course, Devon and Abby couldn't wait to utilize the couch again. What is it with couches? Now, we know Devon has a huge bed upstairs. Huge. Way more comfortable than that couch. As a matter of fact, it will be stuck in the back of my head what happened to us the last time we were on this couch. We got to go up to Amanda's bed. But guess what? Before it was Amanda's bed, it was, what's her name? Elena's bed. And before it was Elena's bed, it was Hillary's bed. But let's at least go up to the bed. Plenty of other women loved it. But no, they're right there on the couch, and whatever. We all knew they couldn't wait. Just like we got a Sally Specter pregnant storyline, we are going to have an Abby pregnant storyline. We're going to have that 100%. I can tell you right now. And then she's not gonna know, well, look, it's been a minute since Chance been in there, so it's not gonna be Chance's. It's definitely gonna be Devon's. And then we have Jack and Diane, when the conversation is continuing. Summer leaves, you know, and Jack and Diane are talking to Kyle, and Kyle's like, I don't like the idea, of you leaving. And she goes, nope, it's the only way. And actually, she had left, but she comes back, right? She leaves, she's unpacking. Tucker is banging on the door. Open up the door, Diane. Bang, bang, bang. And he's just playing. And she goes, I can't stand you. You're insufferable. And he's just laying on her bed, just looking at her. Oh, you got this whole situation under control, don't you? And she goes, yeah. He goes, I need you to get Jeremy Stark out of town. And he goes, why? He goes, because he could put a little monkey wrench in my plans. So see, Tucker had some dealings with Jeremy Stark, right? You notice they haven't shown them run into each other at all. And so she goes, I'm trying to get him out of town. And he's like, well, try harder. And I'm thinking, Tucker, you got money and resources. Get the man out of town yourself. You act like you have to have everybody else do something for you. Get him out of town yourself. So then it showed Jack and Kyle were talking, and Diane knocks on the door, and she comes, Jack lets her in, and she goes, I just wanted to let you two know that I'm settled into my room at the Grand Phoenix. No, they're talking again about how they don't like it. They don't like it, the room, and what their plan and whatever. And she goes, I have everything under control. I know how to sell this. And I'm thinking, look at her actions, everybody. Not everybody. Jack and Kyle. This is her. This is how she operates. This is how she got you all snowed. That's exactly how, right? So they're looking, and Kyle says, well, look, now that you're safe, Mom, I know you're safe. I'm going to go upstairs and I'm going to check on Harrison. So of course that leaves Jack and Diane to talk. And he goes, Diane, I just don't like it. I got to say it again. She goes, but Jack, you got to trust me. So he goes, yeah, okay, I guess. And so then she goes, but she goes, I got to get your money back from Stark. And I'm thinking, yeah, just like I thought. When did Jack get that money back? That $500,000 in this briefcase that he left with Stark. When did he get that back? Oh, he didn't. And so then Diane says, Jack, I just don't, thank you again for helping me and believing in me and having my back. And she goes, but why would you offer him that much money? And he goes, because I thought I was buying your freedom. Ugh. So she's looking at him, and, they're getting ready to kiss because they were close to an embrace. And Ashley comes walking through the door, and she's mad because she and Phyllis were talking at Noah's club. And Ashley was saying, yeah, you know what? Phyllis told her Diane's back. And Ashley's like, wait, what? Because she didn't know. She hasn't seen Diane. She goes, yeah, she's back. Matter of fact, she really didn't go anywhere. They had her at the Abbott cabin. And I'm thinking, how do you know she was at the Abbott cabin? But whatever, reasonable deduction, right? And Ashley says, Jack lied to me in my face. And Phyllis says, my daughter lied to me in my face. They are just so blaming me for running Diane out of town when they were in the plan and they knew where she was all along. As a matter of fact, my daughter couldn't spend Christmas with me because they spent it with Diane. And so Ashley says, no, Jack had the nerve to try to make me feel, what did he say? Not humiliated. There was another word she used, trying to guilt me that I was the reason Diane left town when he knew all along where she was. And he just looked me in my face and told me it's all my fault. And Phyllis says, she's running this whole thing, Ashley. And Ashley, So they're like, oh my goodness. And so Summer comes around the corner. Mom, I've been looking all over for you. Phyllis looks up, really? Why? And she goes, we need to talk. I need to talk to you. No, we don't need to talk. I have nothing to say to you, Phyllis. But Mom, no, it's important. She goes, I am in a meeting right now, Summer. And Ashley is like, you know what? No, it's okay. We'll talk later. I'm going to go. Ashley puts her drink down, picks up her purse and leaves. And Summer sits down. No, Mom, I don't want to leave this like this, Mom. She goes, Summer, bottom line, I will walk through fire for you. She just, laid it out. And you all have made me to be the bad one, the bad person. When all of Diane has brought all of this chaos. See, every piece of evidence that I have turned up proving Diane was up to no good and still has been up to no good. You all still used it against me. Nope. I have nothing to say to you. And Daniel comes up, hey, what's going on here? And Phyllis looks at him, nothing's going on here. I have a meeting to get to. And Summer goes, really, Mom? Really? You have a meeting to get to? What meeting? Because she's thinking, I know I fired you. What meeting? And Daniel's looking like, what meeting? I know I hired you, but you haven't started, right? And she goes, any meeting away from here. She gets her purse up, she snatches it, and she walks away. And Summer's like, and Daniel's like, what is going on between you two? And so she sits down and they start talking. And she goes, Mom is upset, that, bottom line, Jeremy Stark, he's a dangerous man. He's in town and mom feels she's being blamed for it. When Mom called the man, well, because Daniel goes, well, looks like she is being blamed for it. So Summer goes, she physically called him when he got out of prison and told him where Diane told him that she was at the Abbott House where I live, where my son lives. And so Daniel goes, okay, well, that was that. Okay. That's a bit much. Right? But then Summer says, but this criminal was a man that Diane was involved with. See, Summer said everything from the time that Diane has walked back into our lives, it has been nothing but chaos, nothing. And then she goes, and lie after lie has been uncovered. And Kyle is willing to just forgive and overlook and so Daniel said, and she goes, but it even to the expense of my own mother. And Daniel says, yeah, but you're doing it. You're going, you are going along with it to the expense of your own mother. And so she goes, she goes, I hate it. I've been going along with them for the sake of my marriage, for the sake of getting along, for the sake of just keeping our family together. And he goes, Summer, but that's only you doing that. How are they treating you? They treating you like crap? How are they treating you? They're not treating Summer like crap, but they're treating her like she is not an important entity in this, right? And so she goes, I hate it. I can't stand Diane. I have been not saying anything to support my husband. And Daniel's like, but Summer, you've been lying to him. She goes, I haven't been lying to him. She goes, yeah, you've been lying to him at your own expense. You're making him think you're okay with all this when you're really not. So she looked at Daniel like, yeah, well, that's going on in now. She just looked at him because he was right and she knew it. and the things Phyllis was saying to her, that you can't be, I know you're not okay with this because I know you. She was still holding this, I'm supporting my husband thing, like I am okay. When she hasn't been okay with it. Who could be okay with it? Who could be in the room and see the way Diane is running all of them? Even little Harrison. Who could be okay with that? And then every chance Diane gets, Diane still does these smirky little smirkful comments about Phyllis, about Summer's mother. See, so you know Summer can't be okay with all of that, you know? So I'm happy she has Daniel to talk to, because she told Daniel, she said, you know, I used to be able to go to mom and confide in her and talk to her, but I can't even do that anymore. And I'm thinking, well, actually, you hadn't confided in her. You hadn't told your true feelings for Diane. You hadn't. So, but anyway, that was it. There was nothing else. I really can't think of anything else that was pertinent or worth mentioning from today's Young and the Restless. We shall see. We'll see what Summer's going to do. It's like I said, Summer is going to now start to voice her true feelings and opinions where Diane is concerned. And Diane is going to start pitting Kyle against Summer. Jack already is not on Summer's side already, right? So Diane is going to really start to put a divide in there. So that's going to be good to see that tension. So let's go to Comment Corner. Comment Corner. LaShunta says, Summer finally woke up. Ashley ain't nothing nice. Jack the donkey I know of the day. Lily shaking my head. Devon too smart. What do you mean Devon is too smart? I don't know about that. Devon ain't using no protection. You know, just because somebody couldn't get pregnant back in the day don't mean things have improved with them. They're going to find out the hard way. Libby says, today was boring. The episode of uncomfortable conversations and cliche advice from an amateur therapist. But you did save the day. You always crack me up when you make up plots and mock the actors. One of my favorite was when you enacted Billy telling Lily about his visit to Chelsea, and you made up him helping her with the laundry and folding socks. I said she was folding her on his. He put her underwear away. I had forgotten that I almost quit the show. Yes, you did. Thanks again, Ditos, for your encouragement. Anita says, hi, thanks again for the spoiler updates, which are always entertaining. I didn't have too much to be entertaining about today. Always entertaining. The meeting with Mariah and Tessa trying to adopt doesn't make any sense because you have not tried a sperm donor. I know Mariah can get pregnant again, definitely. Neither one of them could have, either one of them could have a baby. That would be easier. Plus, they have the money. Yes, they do. There's no reason that they're not having a physical child. Victoria and Nate, so-called attraction is so stupid. Why would she want to hook up with Nate and ex vice versa? He's being that way. He's such a hound dog, LOL. Danny unshaven look is not appealing. No, Danny's look is not appealing to me either. He was very nice looking. I know everyone ages apparently, but he is on a soap and they have a makeup artist. Oh goodness, Anita, you a little rough there. Makeup artist to take care of. Looking forward to Wednesday's episode. And Libby says it makes sense. Even less sense. Mariah and Tessa said they wanted to adopt. There was such an overload of children in foster care, but they're trying for a new baby. There's never an overload of new infants. That is so true. Danny does look like he's on a, like he was rode hard and put away wet. Whoa, whoa, rode hard and put away wet. The scruffy beard doesn't help. No, I don't like it. The makeup artists do a great job on Ashley, boy, Phyllis and Diane, but they they have to spruce up. Yeah, they didn't spruce up Danny. They really didn't. I noticed that. His age was wearing on him. I thought they would have done better with Danny. Anita says, yes, I agree. All the foster children that need that need homes and parents, they should go older, and they would not have this problem. They wouldn't. There's just too many, and I don't understand why they're not. And or just have your own kids. You can. Mariah wanted to get Mariah loved being pregnant. She loved it. So get pregnant again, Mariah. It will be your own child. Nobody can ever take that away from you, period. So anyway, that's all the comments from Comic Corner. I will be back tomorrow. This is going to be kind of a dull week for the young and the restless. It really, really is. But hey, maybe I'll come up with a good storyline myself. We'll see what tomorrow's episode gives me. Everybody have a phenomenal day, and I will see you back tomorrow.